Welcome back. It's Philip A. Crochet with I'm Creature Science at I'mCreatureScience.com. Today we are in Group H of the Movement Master Database, and this is the Isometric Humeral Flexion. Now, the Isometric Humeral Flexion is just like the standing isometric overhead extension. The difference is the plane of motion we're moving in, or lack thereof. So we're going to hold this prone in the transverse plane. So we're going to intersect vertically with the force due to gravity. So this is gravity here, a vertical component exclusively. We're going to intersect vertically, perpendicularly. We're going to intersect perpendicularly, and we're going to create a 90-degree angle with the force due to gravity. Well, when that happens, that's going to give us the strength to stand up against gravity, upright, broad shoulders, square posture, and be able to recruit all the musculature from the back and the rest of the body that we need. So if you're thinking about working the chest, anything like this, what good is increasing the muscle fiber size of the chest if they're never in the right position or tension to contract in the first place? We got to be upright if we want to get the most out of that. And at that point, it's really up to you to decide what you want it to look like at that point. It's not so much important how big it is. It's about how shapely it is, and the shape creates the symmetry. Symmetry is beautiful, please believe it, all right? Symmetry is a reflection of internal balance. So it's not only beautiful metaphorically speaking, but it's literally beautiful. Go forward, all right? So let's put ourselves prone in the transverse plane. We won't be moving throughout the transverse plane dynamically. We'll just be standing there isometrically. I'm going to have my waist and up off of the platform. However, you can do this from the waist up, the closer to your waist, the more difficult it becomes. But you can have as much as your armpits supported by a platform or a bench or anything like that up under you. At that point, you'll really just be working. Anything that's not on the platform will still have potential energy to move. So that's all we're manipulating is the potential energy. So right now, the potential energy for me, it starts at my lumbar spine. And that's good because I want my lumbar spine to be strong in alignment with my thoracic spine and my cervical spine. So that's how I'm going to hold it. You can do this. You can do this with a closed chain kinetic and a open chain kinetic. So more so than not, I'm going to recommend you do open chain kinetics. That means you're going to have like a dumbbell or kettlebell or wrist weights, something like that. You can put ankle weights on your wrist. That works too. Or you can do it with body weight. More times than not, I'll tell you to do it that way because based off of how we're moving today, you're probably going to be able to do that one more efficiently. Outside of that, I'm not expecting too many people without training this one consistently to be holding barbells over their head while they're suspended perpendicularly in the air, okay? So we'll start off with the dumbbells, and I'll also show you the closed chain kinetics. So this is open chain kinetics. I got a dumbbell in each hand. All I'm going to do is make sure I've created the most space between my vertebrae. I'm going to be pushing as I'm going to Superman. My head's going to come up with my biceps. But first, my biceps are going to be level with the arm. Pushing out. Now, I have my waist and up off the platform. But you can have anything up to the armpits on the platform. All you're manipulating is potential energy. Potential energy is acting on my lumbar because I want my lumbar all the way up through my cervical spine to be active in alignment. I want my erector spinae to be active in alignment. But the more difficult, the closer you are to your waist, the more difficult it's going to be. The higher you are up on your chest, the easier it'll be, and it is okay to vary between those things. So here we are, open chain kinetics. We're here, body's in alignment. We're extending. If you want, you can start from here to make sure that there's no kinks in the back. So go as far as you can. Push, push, push. You're going to hold that for upwards to 30 seconds. Closed chain kinetics. We are here. Same thing. Pushing, I'm using a foam roller, a pipe. And all we're going to do here, we're working the back as one system a little bit more efficiently. And for muscle size and activation, that'd be a good one. To really have that strength on both sides of the body, I recommend the open chain kinetics. So there's your formula, there's your equation, there's your why. Now you got your how. All right. Remember, once you have all the pieces in place, magic doesn't seem so far off. It's not fantasy anymore, even though I guess it is a fantasy, but who's to say your fantasy is not real, right? So may the magic live in your hearts forever, because the magic is real. We only must know how to will and manifest reality into our own visions, and then there is nothing that is out of our reach. It's not like magic, it is magic. Eternally rhetorical.